Living within Maya can be a whole lot of fun. So, when you're going out to new restaurants or listening to music or playing sports or watching sports or playing games with friends or building a sandcastle, it all happens within Maya. Use it, just do it cautiously. Coming back to what Maya is, it's basically the power of appearance. It's that which makes the changing and the temporary world appear to be the ultimate reality. So we are often mistaking the temporary for the permanent. We're treating possessions and status and relationships and the body and pain and the success and failure and all those things that we think are permanent, we know are ultimately temporary. So it's kind of the veil over true knowledge. Maya is that force that obscures the recognition of the Atman and the Brahman. So we identify primarily with the ego and the mind and the body. It's the cosmic game of appearances, which can be a pretty awesome playground, meaning you can create music and build things and love people and travel and enjoy beauty and pursue meaningful work, even enjoy wealth and pleasure, while also recognizing that none of these things constitutes your permanent identity. That's compatible with what the Bhagavad Gita teaches, which is an emphasis on acting vigorously while relinquishing the attachment to outcomes. Krishna beautifully states in chapter 2 that your domain is action, never its fruits. A dangerous version of using Maya as your playground is to say, oh, it's all Maya, so consequences don't matter. That can turn detachment into recklessness, into indulgence, or indifference towards other people's suffering. Karma and dharma still operate within Maya. So make Maya your playground, not your prison. Maya is your playground where awakening doesn't necessarily mean leaving the playground. It just means knowing that you're playing this game. And a child absorbed in a game experiences every event as enormous, as winning, as losing, as being chosen, as being excluded from the team. An adult watching that understands that the game matters while it's being played, but also knows that while the game is being played, it's not the ultimate reality. It can feel that way, especially to Philadelphia Eagles fans and some other teams. And again, the game really may matter to you while it's being played, but also know that it is a game. It is a game within Maya. And so the Vedanta asks whether we can develop something like that second perspective toward our own lives. Maya isn't necessarily the enemy. It's easy to interpret Vedanta as saying, the world's an illusion, and therefore we withdraw from it. And that's way too simplistic. Maya doesn't mean that your dog, your children, a mountain, or music, or grief, or love simply don't exist. It means that we misunderstand the nature and permanence of what we are experiencing. You do not have to withdraw from life to become free of Maya. You can remain fully in life. Love it. Do the work, do the struggle, create, serve, and relinquish your demand that life give you a particular outcome. And that's the huge part. Relinquish your demand that life gives you a particular outcome, because that is the illusion of Maya, that you can hold on to things forever. You can hold on to your health or this, that, or the other. Vedanta answers with, I can love you without pretending I can keep you. And that's a very profound distinction. You can love your body, you can love someone enormously while knowing that that relationship is going to change. It will never be permanent. You can create a beautiful song while knowing that eventually nobody may remember it. The musicians from 2,000 years ago, we don't really know their songs, but their songs were really important to them and their time. You can care for your body while knowing exactly where the body is headed. And that realization should not at all drain life of its meaning. Paradoxically, it is what makes life more precious. It is absolutely one of the biggest and most important teachings of Krishna that just withdrawing from life is not going to work. It's one of the first things Arjuna comes to him with. He's like, I don't want to participate. This war is going to be terrible, blah, 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 blah. What Krishna doesn't say to Arjuna is, you got it. It's all Maya. Go meditate in a cave. No, 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 no. That's not what Krishna tells him. He tells Arjuna to act. It is one of the fundamental teachings taught throughout multiple verses in the Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 3, Krishna tells Arjuna, a person does not attain freedom from action merely by abstaining from action, nor perfection merely by renunciation. Krishna says, chapter 3, verse 4, not by abstention from actions does a person obtain the state beyond karma, and not by renunciation alone does a person approach perfection. In chapter 3, verse 8, he says to Arjuna, perform your duty, for action is indeed better than non-action. And even the mere maintenance of your body could not be accomplished without action. It's so important and is questioned by Arjuna and us so much, and I consider Arjuna to be me, to be you, that chapter 4 of the Gita is wisdom in action. But Krishna keeps telling him, Brahman is attained by those who see Brahman in every action. And Brahman is that one reality underneath everything, including you. Maya is what makes it look all separate. It's all a very hard lesson why you should act within Maya. And Arjuna keeps coming back to this. He can't accept it, just like you and I can't. But Krishna tells him, beginning of chapter 5, once again, when Arjuna asks him, should I do renunciation or should I do action? Like he's going to get out of it this time. And Krishna says to him, of those two, karma yoga is superior to renunciation of action. We have to act. We have to eat. We have to do our dharma. But while doing this life, this maya, this dharma, Krishna is also pretty clear that we need to surrender our demand that reality produce the particular outcome that our egos require. It is karma yoga. It's the practice of doing your duty and taking right action without attachment to the results. And underneath all of it, there can be this recognition that this is happening. I am participating fully. I don't get to own any of this. I don't get to keep any of it. And yet somehow I can love it anyway. Make Maya your playground, not your prison, and play wholeheartedly. Love the other players. Maya is very convincing that you're the only player, that duality exists. Well, you kind of know that every particle is acting on every other particle, and we just can't see it moment to moment because it's veiled in Maya. And don't confuse your temporary character with what you ultimately are. Here's an analogy of Maya being our playground that I think most people could relate to. And that's just a child building a sandcastle. They're pouring enormous attention and joy into it, while the ocean will eventually take it away. Every single time, the ocean will take that sandcastle away. And the fact that the castle won't last doesn't make the building of the sandcastle meaningless. The parent watching the castle being built is also enthusiastic about the child's creativity, the child's enjoyment, yet realizes fully the temporary experience of it. Perhaps it makes the experience more precious that it's only in this moment that it exists. While the world is temporary, the goal isn't to love the world less because it is temporary. It's to stop requiring the world to be permanent before allowing yourself to love it. So it's okay to go dance that dance. The music may not be here 1,000 years from now. Nobody's going to remember your dance 10 years from now. It's all right. Maya is your playground. Go out there. Love it.